Welcome everyone in this new video tutorial about the multiplayer combat editor. In this video we're going to package our project in order to play with our friends on LAN, local area network. Steam is going to be for another video. Even if you only want to play on Steam, you might want to follow that video because we are going to do several stuff we need to properly package the project. So first thing we need to do is to hit play and make sure we are fine with what we've got, and I think we can say that we are. So the second thing you want to do is to open up your project settings. In there you want to go to map and mods, and in here you have the editor startup map, which is the map we are playing on, starting on when the editor starts. And you have game default map. This is the map where you want to start when starting a package build. So you want to make sure that you start on the map menu, which is the map where we've built our little host and join logic. So we want to start on that map. And we also want to improve a bit the multiplayer menu, just so we can better understand what's going on real quick. So we're going to open up multiplayer menu. So what do I mean? I mean that when I press host, I'm not sure what's going on. When I press search, nothing tells me that it's searching. Maybe it fails, maybe it succeeds. And in any case, I'd like to have some feedbacks. So we're just going to build up to add a little text in the middle, like this. It's going to size to its content. We're going to add a vertical box actually, and add a throbber to that, and add the text to that, and make the box in the middle. Add the box to the middle of the screen like this. Make the throbber on the bottom, make it like this. The text is going to say, it's going to be a variable for now. We're going to head back to our graph, create a new function, set a throbber visible. Is going to take two parameters, boolean and string. Visible and text to display. It's going to display the throbber, and set up the text and change the text when we want it. Loading text, the vbox is going to be vbox loading box, like this. It's going to be a variable. We want to set the visibility on that vbox. We want to select the visibility like this. And what do we want to do if we are, it's going to be hidden or a self-hid test invisible. And we want to set the text on the loading text. I don't like that naming convention. I'm going to name that text loading text like this. I'm going to set the text on that widget text to the text we pass as parameter like this. And in event graph, on construct, I want to say that I want to hide the throbber, and I want to show the throbber when I'm searching like this. Like this. I want to show that in here. Joining game. And I also want to hide the throbber when I finished searching. And I also want to hide the throbber when I fail join. I actually want to show failed joined like this. and I want to show the thrower when I host like that, and I want to add just a little bit of delay like this. When I press search, it's going to search the game. We're just going to check what it looks like this. Okay. I think we are happy with the feedbacks we've got. Okay, so we've improved our menu. We've made so you need to make sure that the your menu map is set up in here. My bad, in menu. Then you want to go to your multiplayer menu. You want to add to your class defaults, and you want to make sure that use LAN is checked. Then you want to go to your setup function, getter, override getters, get game level name, and in here you have a map name. You need to make sure that the map name in here is the map you want to play on. And in our case, we want to play on the third person example map. So we want to copy and paste that name here, like this, so that when we are on the menu and when we hit hosts and search, we're going to be sent to the proper map. Like that. And then what do we want to do? We want to go to packaging, and in here we want to specify what maps we want to package, just so we optimize our building time. You want to expand the first category there. You want to list of maps. You want to expand to add 2 entries to list of maps to include in a package build. And you want to specify the 2 maps you want to include in your build. And in our case, we want to include menu, and we want to include third person example map. That's the 2 maps. These are the 2 maps we want to include, like this. So I think we are almost good to go. Now we need to open up our tutorial C++ file, and we need to include several things to our build. We need to go to our targets.cs file located in games, and your project name, source, your project name, no, only source, and then your project name .target.cs. And in here you want to add extra module names. You want to add extra module names, which are comma, guillemets. I don't know how to say that in English. You want to include multiplayer combat editor, and you want to include online subsystem. And you want to copy that and go to and remove the last comma. So you want to copy this and go to your project name editor.target.cs, and you want to paste that here. And then you want to go to build and build solution. And it's going to compile. And this is going to say that you want to add the multiplayer combat editor to your build, and you want to enable hosting and joining session to your build. And then what do you want to do? So we've included MCE and the online subsystem. We've set up our maps and mods. We've set up our multiplayer menu to use LAN. We only set up our package, map and mods. We also need to make sure that if you have a specific game instance, you want to specify it there. And the default game mode, in case you haven't set up the game mods properly in your maps, which we did properly set up the game mods, but maybe you want to set up your game mods in a certain way. We've added the feedback to the menu, and now we can package. So Visual Studio said it finished compiling, so we can close that. Just for the sake of just for being sure, you should restart your editor. You should close it and restart it. And I won't do it. And then you can go to File, Package Project, Windows, Windows 64 bytes, and you want to package your project somewhere. I'm going to just quickly create a folder, and I'm going to package there. And we are not, so this is not an error, this is not a problem. So we're not going to wait for the end of the packaging. It's going to package properly. At least my project compiled properly with 0 errors and 25 warnings, which were about you're going to have some warnings about MCE example content regarding the player's inputs, because for example, in the top-down player, if I go to keyboard input graph, there is something which is used, which is actually not on the top-down, on the FPS player, for instance. It's saying that it's missing some inputs, and that's only because these example players are using some inputs there which we haven't added to that tutorial project, and it's going to generate warnings, but we do not care about that. So it's supposed to package properly. I'm going to make sure that actually it's going to build much faster than the last time I've built, so we are even going to try that out together. So if we run the test build and hit the pause button, we're going to be in a game. And then if we run another game and search, it's going to search for games on the local area network, and it's going to find one, and we're going to join the game. So we've successfully packaged our game to play in a local area network. So for instance, if you package that folder where you've built your game and give that to your friends, you can play with them if you are all connected to the same network using the same box for instance. And we're going to learn how to play through Steam in another video. So it's going to wrap up the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.